You guys, I have a problem. I have far too many plants. I don't know what to do with them. Really taking a toll on me. I find myself overwhelmed with the needs of my plants lately, and I think a lot of you might be able to relate. I think a lot of us collected quite a few plants over the last couple of years, and now that life is getting back to somewhat normal, we might be finding ourselves having some trouble finding that balance between plant care and personal care. So today I want to talk about a couple of my tips to help re-find that balance in your life with collecting plants. Okay, you saw nothing. Okay, my first tip for those of you that are maybe feeling a little bit overwhelmed with the watering needs of your plants. You get home from a long day and suddenly you've got 200 plants begging for water from you and you're overwhelmed. Girl, I've been there. I would recommend looking into something like an IKEA cabinet for your plants, or what I've done in the past is I used a grow tent. I just ordered it on Amazon, stuck a little humidifier in there, and keeping your plants in that higher humidity setting is definitely going to cut back on their watering needs. You can have that humidity in like the 80s, sometimes even 90s, and your plants are gonna love it. They're gonna dry out a lot slower. You just wanna make sure that you're giving them ample light to prevent any sort of rot with them. An enclosure for your plants is definitely going to decrease how often they have to be watered. Speaking of watering, my next tip brings us all the way to the other side of the store. Come. These self-watering pots. I mean, the perfect remedy for, this music is really loud. I'm gonna turn down the music, sorry. Okay, if you're the plant parent that's finding themselves a little overwhelmed with watering, check out these Jet self-watering planters. We've got them in 8-inch and like 4-inch. These guys are perfect for creating a more low maintenance plant care system. You can see the pot has got these little cotton wicks that come out of the bottom of it, and then those wicks sit in this really deep saucer. So all you've got to do is just make sure that this saucer here stays filled with water, and then your plant is going to soak up the water as it needs it. I would probably anticipate refilling this guy every maybe 10 to 12 days. It's going to, of course, depend on the temperature and humidity in your space, but that's definitely less often than you're probably having to water your plants. It also takes the guesswork out of watering. Your plant is only soaking up what it needs as opposed to you deciding how thirsty your plant is. But you can see we've got these guys in a beautiful, chic, matte black, or you can get them in my personal favorite, this sort of like terracotta burnt orange color. Also comes in 3 different sizes. My next tip, stop propagating. You're making more work for yourself. You know, you see your plant getting a little bit overgrown, it's starting to vine. Let it do its thing. I think a lot of us will find that as we let our plants grow out and mature, they naturally start to become a little less temperamental. The watering becomes a little less frequent for them. So give your plant a second to really grow, mature, and reach its full potential. Yeah. Okay, this next tip is one that I have really been working on with myself this year, and that is being a lot more intentional with your purchases. I found myself with like 20 different peperomia that I didn't actually care about, having to water them all the time. What am I doing? I'm only buying these plants because I see other people have them and I think they're really, really cool. So I recommend before you pick up a plant, ask yourself, is this something that I really, really love? Or am I buying this because it's sort of a trendy item and I see a lot of other people have it? I think a lot of us will find a lot more joy in caring for our collections if our collections are filled with things that we actually genuinely love. All right, my last tip for you guys is one that's a little bit more serious, but probably the easiest tip of them all, and that is to ask for help. If you're finding yourself struggling with keeping up with your plants, reach out to a friend, reach out to a family member. I actually did this myself like a month ago. I had somebody help me catch up on all of my plant chores. It was a wonderful time. We spent the afternoon together. She helped me water, chop back some dead leaves, and then we went out to lunch together. And I gave her a couple plants in return. Guarantee you, that if you are a serious plant collector, you've got somebody in your life that can help you out with your plants, whether that's coming over and helping you water, or even having them like plant sit for you for a little bit until you're back on your feet and in a position where you can fully take care of your collection. Ask for help. I think that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, we post every Wednesday and every Sunday, and we're live every Saturday. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.